Hello guys, this is a class that we are going to learn more about Git. There's an introduction video, introduction to Git that I've released, so you can go back to my channel and watch. So we can do a quick recap. So what is Git? So this is a management system that track changes in inside of computer files. So these are some benefit of using Git. So we'll be using this project to demonstrate about Git. So to navigate, so we'll be using a Git bash. This is a terminal which we'll be using to interact with our Git. So there's two ways to navigate to this folder. So the first, you can just click cd backslash, then where your project is, Trend Tech. Projects and demo 2. So that's how you navigate, or else just an easy way, you go to that particular folder, right click, then you click on open Git bash here. So in this right now, this is not a Git repository. This is not yet a Git repository. So to create a Git repository, you type git, then set git init. So here we have initialized, we have created a Git repository. You can see an added folder here called Git. So this is now a Git repository. So you can just to check, first of all, you should check the status of your repository. You type git status. So here you'll be able to see we have files, we have these files and folders that currently we are not tracking any files. So before we jump into what is tracking your files, so I can just quickly explain on Git. We have Git, the three environment of Git. So in Git, we have three environments. So we have a working files, where is where your files is, where you are working on it. We have a staging area. This is where you track, you track your files. Then after tracking your files, you can commit your files. So committing of files is just like you're taking a snapshot of your code at that particular time. So let's say like you have a history book, so you are writing an entry to an history book. So we can just go that practically. So we can go back to our Git, to our Git bash. So right now, so the first, now these are working files. So we want to track this file, to start tracking this file. So to start tracking this file, meaning you're adding your file to the staging. So to add the file to the staging, be ready to be committed. So you type command git add. So you can choose to add only one file or all the files. So to add only one file, you type the name of the file. So let's say we are adding this file to the Git solution. So we put git add, then we put notice demo 2. It's demo 2 or 3. Yeah, it's demo 2. So demo 2 solution. Okay, now we have successfully added that file to the staging, so it's ready to be committed. So when you check the status, so you'll be able to see we have this one file. We have this one file, which is ready to be committed. So if you want to track all the files, click on git add, then put a dot. So here we are adding all our files to the staging. So now we have all our files are on commit. So if we check, or on staging, so if we check, we are now tracking. So git status, so you'll be able to see a file now on staging. So they're ready to be committed. So to commit to our repository, that is writing to our history book, writing an entry to our history book, type a command git commit, then you put the title or the message of your commit. So let's say this is our update. So you put a name that you want. So if you want to revert back, so you'll be able to see that this is our commit called new update. So now we have successfully committed our files. So for this, our file has been moved from working directory to staging. Then we have commit to the Git repository. So if we check the status right now, so we're able to see we have nothing yet to commit. So for example, now you are working on your code. Let's run our project. So right now, let's say you want to change this, maybe let's say this title to Hello World, from ASP.NET to Hello World. So when you go to work on a project, so this is under default. I'm going to change this SPX. So maybe we're changing something in your code. So let's say world. So we have saved it. So when you come to our Git repository to check the status of our Git repository, so you'll be able to see that we have these two files. So we are having this because we have built our project. So there's some files that are being created by default. So but the file that you have changed is this default.spx. So we can first of all remove these files to staging, git add. So right now we add all. Then after adding, so if we check the status, so we'll be able to see our files are ready to be committed. So then to commit, so here git commit, then we have a screen keyboard. Okay, then message, put the message that you want. Let's say this is our first commit. So now we have committed our changes. So we have successfully committed our changes to our Git repository. So we can make several changes. So maybe let's say we're going to make changes to about and the default file. So you can come, maybe let's say just for testing, let me put these two and also go to about. It's here. Let's say you're changing. What are we going to change here? Maybe here too. So this maybe let's change the description here. So your application description, let's also put something here. For now, let us test. Let's put test. So for now, remember we have made two changes in two files. That's for default.spx and about.spx. So when you go to our Git repository and we check the status, so you'll be able to see that you have two files that have been modified but are not yet ready to be committed. So you have to add to the staging. So to add to the staging, normally, so we click on Git, so we want to add all, then we have added. So now these files are ready to be committed. So for example, you want to remove, you don't want to change about page, you just want to change only the default. So to remove a file from staging or to untrack a file, so you type command git restore in dashes, then stage. So let's say you want to remove this one to semicolon, then demo 2. You want to remove about font from staging about spx staging. So this, now you're not ready to commit this. So if you check, so this file will be, has been moved from staging back to the working files, and now we only, so if you're only ready to commit this, so only that files will be committed. So git commit message second, the second commit, put the message that you want. So if we check, so we'll be able to see we only have one file that we have not yet, we are not tracking it, or we have not moved to the staging. So maybe now you have said that now you want to commit this file. So if you're now ready to commit the file, you just do the same. You git add to add the staging, then you commit the file. So let's say that you want to bypass all those staging, then commit. So to bypass, just directly commit. So you type a command git commit, then a slash a dash a, then dash message, then you put the message that you want, If you now check status repository, you now see that we don't have any changes that we want to commit. So we have directly we have bypassed the staging, so we have directly committed these files about. So let's say that in an instance you want to ignore some files, so you don't want to commit some files to your Git repository, maybe for certain reason, maybe some private information that you don't want others to see. So maybe let's say we have want to ignore this file, employees data, any the data of employees. So to ignore files, so first you create a .ignore files. So you create a file, then you name it .ignore files. I mean dot git ignore .git ignore. So after creating .git ignore, okay, this you're supposed to create directly inside your repository. So here we have the folder. So in this, so if you want to ignore that, ignore, maybe you want, let's say we want to ignore this, all the text files. So we have among the text files, we have here's employee data. So we open that in any text editor. Let's say I want to ignore all text files. So to ignore all that text file, put. So let's say, for example, you want to know a particular change that was made. Let's say here we have changed 3. Now we changed 3 and 3. So you want to check on your repository particular change. So you type a command git diff. So here you'll be able to see that we have changed this line to this. So this is how you get. So also Git allow you can delete a file. So to delete a file, let's say you want to delete, this employees data. Let's say that. So to delete, type git run, then full column, let's say demo 2, then then that folders to that folder where your file is, press data, then the exact name of the file, the text. You will not type to remove demo 2 employees data text. Okay, we're missing out typing. So let me just type again, employees data text. So now it's correct. Okay, right now we have successfully deleted this file. So if we check our status, so So you'll be able to see that this we need to commit this file, so we have deleted. So then you type git commit, then you have affected your changes. So you'll be able to see that file has been removed from this folder. So maybe you have accidentally deleted that file. So to restore back the file, you type git restore, then that file name. So in this case, just put the same way. So you put demo to them, then the file name that you want to bring back. Bring back. So also you can rename a file. So for example, you want to rename this pic. Maybe you want to rename to logo. So to rename, type git info, and the name of the file you want to rename. So pic that is .jpg file. Then put the name that you want to rename to. Let's say demo2, then logo dot jpg. So that's it. So now we have seen that we have successfully renamed this file from pic to logo. So now let's say we want to review all the logs, to review all the changes, all the commit that we have made. Just simply type git log. So you'll be able to see all the commit that we have made so far. Able to see all these commits. So this was our first commit, which we called it new update. So you'll be able to see everything. So now let's say that you want to create a branch. So a branch you can have more than one branch. So for example, if you're not sure with the changes, you can commit your changes to maybe to a test branch. So then if you are sure with it, then you commit to your main branch. So to create a new branch, so maybe you want to have an additional branch, so you type a command git branch, then the name of your branch that you want to create. So now we have successfully created our branch. So to maybe you want to confirm how many branch you have, so we do git branch. So right now we'll be able to see that we have 2 branch, and currently we are in master branch. Alright, so you'll be able to just see that the branch that you're currently in. So to switch to another branch, so you type git switch, then you want to switch to test branch that you have created. So now you have successfully switched a branch to test. So a branch just a copy of another branch. So these also have the same file as the same thing as the other branch. So maybe right now we want to work something on test, then we want to commit on test. So right now, so for these files we are on test, so we can go and change something on our code. So here maybe let's say this is a test, this is a test. So here this is here. So if we check our repository on a git on our test branch, So we'll be able to see these are the files and committed super button. On this, we're able to see that we have this file that we have modified. So if we need to commit, so also the same way, you add to stage, then you commit, git commit, git commit, then put a message, test branch, put a message. So now we have successfully committed our change to the repository on test. Okay, this is it. So right now, if we switch back to main, to our master branch, branch is called master. So git switch to master. Okay, it's I think supposed to be switch, git switch, then master. So for now we have switched to master. Let's check our code. So it will be able to indicate that we are supposed to reload. So let's reload. So after reloading, we'll be able to see that it has gone back to the previous one, which was hello world. And also if you try to reload our page, so we'll see that it is still to hello world because we are on another branch. We are on master branch. So maybe you want to change the changes that are on test. So now you are ready to merge your changes from test to master. So to do that, to merge, click on the command git merge, then the message that you want, merge test. So then the branch that you want to merge from the changes. So you want to merge from test. So now you have successfully merged. So if now we reload, then we reload first. So not yet, oh, okay. There's an error that we got here. Okay, we didn't put M. So I can do it, git merge, and then test. So put the name. This is a message, then you put the name of branch that you want to merge. So it has updated. So then we reload all. So we'll be able to see it has merged the changes that was from test. So if we check right now, we're able to see it has changed to test. So now maybe you are done with that test branch. You have done everything on test branch. So if you want to delete that branch, so delete the branch, do git branch d, then the name. So now we have successfully deleted the branch.